Logistics and supply chain are very tightly interwoven. Logistics is a piece of supply chain. So depending on our industry and the type of products we're producing or the type of products we're dealing with, our supply chain can vary greatly and can encompass all types of different things, from getting products on time, making sure that our warehouses are prepared, making sure our warehouses have space, making sure we're moving freight timely, and managing the entire life cycle of that product. And that's what our supply chain is all about. The logistics piece of that can fit in a few different places. And as a logistics expert, we tend to kind of look at logistics as the entire supply chain sometimes. And that's a little bit short-sighted, I think. It's important for us to understand that as a logistics business or as a logistics service provider or as a logistics expert, that we fit into the supply chain and we provide a very critical role in the supply chain, but it is a piece of the supply chain. So we need to make sure that when we're talking about logistics, that we understand that we're helping our customer as a part of their supply chain, that we're helping them to deliver their products in different areas, and that our role in that can be vital to make sure that their warehouses are being stocked properly, to make sure that that we're getting our product all the way to the shelf, and that when we're looking at our customers and when we're thinking about our customers from that are logistics, as a logistics expert, that we're remembering to consider that customer is in business to maybe manufacture a product, but it's not just good enough to manufacture the product and get it out their door. It's important that we're helping that customer with their entire supply chain, helping that customer get the products they need to do the manufacturing, helping that customer get the products out their door and into their warehouses, or helping that customer get products from the warehouses to maybe their distribution centers or even to the shelves, depending on what part of the supply chain we're providing the most value for them or where they have the most need from a logistics perspective. Negotiating is a critical piece of the logistics and supply chain process. Logistics and supply chain management is a pretty wide net that we drop in order to make the supply chain a reality. So our ability to negotiate becomes really critical in that process because there's so many variations to the way that we move our products or the way that we manage our supply chain. And this can vary for simple things like the cost that we spend in warehouses, or maybe the cost that we spend to break bulk in the break bulk process, or the time that we spend and the money that we spend leaving things on a truck for an extra day because we're not able to unload at our warehouse. All of these types of things become really important as negotiation steps, because we don't have fixed pricing across the entire supply chain. It's not like we can ship something through the post office where we know a letter is always the same price. In the supply chain and in management and in logistics, each one of the components and each little piece of our supply chain can vary drastically. So negotiating appropriately and negotiating the best rate that works both for the carrier, the customer, or whoever the provider is becomes really important. We want to build strong relationships and we want to have cost-effective freight. So balancing out those two things is very important in the negotiation process, or is very important in the negotiation process is how we ensure that we have success in both those areas.